So hi, my name is Jake Darling. I'm a nurse at the University of Manitoba, student nurse. I'm here just to demonstrate IV Medicaid administration via IV piggyback. Okay, so we'll just get right into it. So I'm going to review my physician's order sheet and my MAR. So the patient has a scratch of the arm that has developed cellulitis. So I have antibiotic here, cloxacillin, 750 milligrams IV every 4 hours for now. And the patient has no known allergies, and the right patient is Wright's and Emma to number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and no known allergies. So I'm just going to wash my hands. I'm going to grab my cloxacillin. So I have my cloxacillin here. Expiration date is good. So now I'm just going to do my first check really quick. So, right patient, Emma Wrightson, no known allergies, right medication, cloxacillin. I have cloxacillin. Right dose is 750 milligrams. I can obtain that from this vial because there's 2,000 milligrams. Right routes, IV. This is indicated for IV use. And right time and frequency is every 4 hours starting now. So, now I'm going to review my PDM. So, cloxacillin, it's an antibiotic. It can be administered by a student nurse such as myself. Maximum single dose is 2 grams. I'm getting 750 milligrams, so it's well within the safe range. For IV intermittent use, for a 2-gram vial, I'm going to be injecting 6.8 mils of sterile water in here, and it'll be a final volume of 8 mLs and a final concentration of 250 milligrams per ml. And because I need 750 milligrams, I'm going to need just 3 ml. And then I will be further diluting it in, you can do it in 50 to 100 mils of normal saline or D5W. I'm going to do it in 50 mLs of normal saline because the patient's on fluid restriction. And I'm going to administer it, can be done over 30 to 60 minutes. I'm going to do it over 60 minutes because it's the first time the patient's received it, just to minimize the chance of a hypersensitivity reaction. And furthermore, it is compatible with normal saline, which is I have in my IV pump that is running at 25 cc's per hour as per physician's orders. So now that I've done that, I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to grab my sterile water. So I got my sterile water here. The expiration date is good. And I'm going to now wash my hands, so I'm now going to grab my alcohol wipe. And I'm going to swab the tops of both for 30 seconds. It's been 30 seconds. It's been 30 seconds. And I'm going to let that dry for 15. So I'm going to grab my 10 ml syringe. And I'm going to, ensuring I keep sterility, connect it. So I'm going to grab 6.8 into my sterile water. Go. Oh. I'm going to grab a little bit extra just for my bubbles here. Okay. So now I'm just going to scoop up my med here. I'm going to make sure I knock out my bubbles. Like so. Okay, so now I have my 6.8 mLs of sterile water, and this is still sterile, so now I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to dilute it. Okay, so I'm going to roll this between my hands, make sure there's no sediment in the bottom, and that it's fully mixed, like so. So now I'm going to grab an alcohol wipe, and I'm going to just sterilize the top again for, 30 seconds, let it dry for 15, like so. And I am going to draw up my 3 mLs for my 750 milligrams.
and then diluting here for a total of 254 milliliters that we have here. IV bag, IV bag daily, and time is October 20th.
So now I'm just going to cap this while I knock my bubbles out.
Is there pain? No pain. There's no swelling. There are no red. It's not cool or hot to touch.
Like
And
so.
it's not. There's no pain. And the primary indication is normal saline. And it's
Now over my med waist, I'm just going to carefully ensure that I have exactly 3 mLs. Okay, so I have 3 mLs.
And then Venancio, I have a
Okay, so I have my 3 mLs. I'm going to do up my label. So I've already done up my label for my patient of Emma Wrightson. So I'm right medication cloxacillin. I got my right dose, my volumes and everything. I have my rate on here. So now I'm going to just stick this to, before I do that actually, I'm now going to do my second check. So grab my MAR here. So right, patient Emma Wrightson. No allergies, right medication cloxacillin. This is cloxacillin. Right dose 750 milligrams, 100 milligrams. This is 250 milligrams per ml. So I have 3 ml. And right route, that's IV. This is IV piggyback. And right time and frequency is every 4 hours, starting now. So now I'm going to put my label to here. And I am going to have an alcohol swab. And I'm going to sterilize the port for 30 seconds in a circular motion. And then I'm going to set it on the alcohol wipe to just ensure sterility. While I get this ready. So now I'm going to put this in there, right into there, like so. Infuse it. Okay, so now I'm just going to scoop this up. Okay, so now this is going to go into my sharps container. These will go into the med waste. I'm going to gently rock my bag, make sure it's fully mixed. So now I'm going to grab up my supplies. So I'm going to need some alcohol swabs, my medication, my marker, my micro tubing for my secondary set, and my MAR. So now I'm going to clean up my mess here. I'm going to enter my patient's room. So I'm going to do an NGC check. Patient's in no sign of distress, bed's in lowest position, call bell was within reach. So I'm going to introduce myself. So hi, my name is Jake Darling. I'm a student nurse at the University of Manitoba. I'm here to give you some medication. Can I get you to state your full name and date of birth for me? She says Emma Wrightson. Gives your date of birth. Okay, great. And do you have any allergies? She says no, no allergies. That's what I have here. I'm just going to compare that with your wristband, the MAR. Everything matches. Name, PIN number. Okay, great. So I'm going to assess the pump. The pump is currently running at 25 cc's per hour for a primary abnormal saline, as per physician's orders. I'll just wash my hands here. So I'm going to assess the patient's IV. There's no signs of phlebitis, no signs of infiltration, as it's not cool to the touch. Dressing's dry and intact. So now I'm going to just get you to bear with me, Emma, while I do my third check. So right patient, Emma Wrightson, right medication, cloxacillin, right dose 750 milligrams, 750 milligrams, right route, IV, and right time and frequency is every 4 hours starting now. Okay, so now, just to give you some education here, so this is your cloxacillin for your cellulitis of your arm from where your cat scratched you. Cloxacillin is an antibiotic. It's important that you let, it'll help clear up your infection. Let me know if you experience any nausea, vomiting, or diarrhea, or any hypersensitivity reactions such as inflammation at the IV site, anything like that. Are you okay with me giving you this med today? She says yes. Great. So I'm going to just wash my hands again, and I'm going to prepare my tubing here. So I'm going to hang this on here, because I'm going to hang my primary above it. My secondary above the primary, rather. So now, I'm going to prime my secondary tubing. So I'm going to get my alcohol wipe here. Got my alcohol wipe. and I am going to alcohol wipe. I'm going to sterilize this in a circular motion, and I've grabbed the port that's above the pump. Circular motion. It's been 30 seconds. Going to let it dry for 15, and ensuring I keep sterility, I'm going to open up this, attach it to here. So now I'm just going to prime my line, make sure there's no bubbles in it. Just like that, so there's no bubbles in my line. I'm just going to clamp that off. So now normally there'd be a sterile cap, and I would remove it, and ensuring that I maintain sterility, I remove this cap, and I spike my bag like so. So now I'd hang this above my primary like that. So now I'm going to program my secondary. So I put in 53 mLs per hour is my rate, and my volume is to be instilled is 53 mLs, and I'm going to confirm secondary, and I'm going to press start, and I have a callback, so that's good. So now I have that primed. So I'm going to now open up all my clamps, like so. All my clamps are open. I'm going to watch for 3 drops. So it's open. So it's currently running. Okay, so it just takes a long time for a bubble to appear. So we're going to say I've waited, counted my bubbles for all 3 bubbles. All my lines, my clamps are open. And it's also important to note that the lines are also already dated here. So I'm going to put my name and date on my secondary line and the time. I will be back to answer the callback and infuse 15 cc flush to make sure the medication is infused from the secondary. And I am going to assign my bar. Like so. So now I'll be back in 15 minutes to just assess your IV, make sure everything's running well. And there's dripping there, so we can see, just to confirm. And I'm going to do my exit safety check. As well as positioning, call bells are within reach. I'll see you in 15 minutes. And scenario.